Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, I'm BurningDogFace, and I'm delighted to welcome you to Let's Play Darksiders 3. I have wanted to say those words for a very long time now. This game came out in 2018, and it's a third-person action-adventure that continues the storyline of the Four Horsemen. First, we met war. Then, we met death. And now, it's time to make the acquaintance of Fury. The only female member of the group, she fights with a whip, is said to be the most magically talented horseman. And from what I've seen so far, she has an attitude problem even bigger than wars. But that's just going to make things more interesting, isn't it? Before we begin, I'd like to mention that this is going to be a blind LP. I did step into the very first area in order to get a reading on the frame rate and audio levels. But other than that, everything we're about to see is going to be new to me. I'm going to play the game for the first time ever, and you guys get to come along for the ride. Here's hoping we all enjoy ourselves. I'd also like to give a very special shout out to my brother, who gifted me this game. I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me the opportunity to return to a world where I once had so much fun. So this playlist is dedicated to you. Now, without further ado, let's play Darksiders 3. Oh boy, that's a lot of difficulty levels. Story, for players who are looking for less of a challenge. Balanced, for players who are looking for a challenging but fair experience. Challenging, for players who are looking for an elevated challenge. Apocalyptic, for horsemen of the apocalypse only. Reckoning, the ultimate Darksiders difficulty. Dodge windows reduced, enemy damage and health drastically increased. Let's go with the default one. This I can explain in a bit. I'm going to go with default. I don't know if you can change that after the fact, but I'm going to go with that at least for now. And Nightmare mode is basically hardcore mode. If you die, it deletes your save. So let's not enable that, since it doesn't seem very conducive to a good Let's Play series.
Why did the Creator construct a universe teeming with imperfection, misery, sin? Among the scholars of both heaven and hell, this query is known as the riddle of sorrows. If sin is itself a part of the grand design, is not sin then, by definition, divine? A question for the sages. The one particularly restless bunch kept a robust relationship to the topic. The Nephilim. Spawn of angels and demons. Warriors, relentless, unstoppable, blood-mad. Until they were betrayed by four of their own. War, death, fury, and strife. The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Inconceivable power was bestowed upon the traitors by those sworn to maintain symmetry twixt order and chaos. The Charred Council. Bear witness as the Council holds court to end the Nephilim War in the name of balance. This is the new pact. War, bringer of worldwide fire. You are the juggernaut of all pain. Death, dark soul of eternity. You are the deepest decay, Horsemen. You are the most impatient of your kin. The least predictable, dancing on the edge of your own reality. Your brothers understand the undertaking set before them. But do you?
Still talking! Shall I have Death fetch us some tea, or can we get on with it?
Fury, your role in this story is yet to be written. I wonder, will you light the flame of creation anew? Or stomp out the embers for good?
Dreams more thrilling than reality. Had I known the new pact would be so exciting, I would have let walls separate my head from my neck then and there. Is it possible to die of boredom? Rampage. Bored as I am, perhaps you're just lazy. If I didn't love you so much, I'd kill you just for something to do. The call? Finally. Please, please, please tell me you're a planet of demons that needs slaying. Or two. War. What pathetic fate have you brought upon yourself, brother?
Watch your tongue.
I may be least favored of all the Horsemen, but my tongue never found me chained to a rock like some dog.
Fury, approach us.
I take it there is a mess that needs tending to.
Though you jest, you speak true. War has broken his vows to this council and shattered the seventh seal.
The apocalypse. Why would he...
We know not. Yet. As we speak, Earth falls beneath the spears of heaven and the hammers of hell.
So the Horsemen are to ride.
No. While the Charred Council seeks to understand how and why the traitor war has committed this abominable act, there is a matter that requires delicate attention.
You should have called Strife. He's the delicate one.
The seven deadly sins have been released, by whom we cannot say, but the seven roam the earth, free of our prison. The balance between order and chaos is already in jeopardy. The seven cannot be left unchecked. War is in chains. Death is missing. Strife attends to other matters. The last time you faced the sins, it required all four of you.
I can handle those fools in my sleep. But when this task is completed, I demand that you grant me my rightful place leading the Horsemen.
If you would trade obedience for a title, so be it. But never make a demand upon us, Horsemen. You depart immediately.
Greetings, Miss Fury. I must admit, this is a fortuitous fate.
A watcher? You doubt my allegiance?
Please, be not cross. I am such an admirer. Scratch that. I'm a fan. You are the Horseman. The only one that matters.
Enough! I will allow you to accompany me. Just stay out of my way.
I will be as unto a shadow. Steadfast. Silent.
More silence!
Go! Seek out the place called Haven. Your quest for the seven deadly begins there.
Fury, wait. Whatever has passed between us, search your heart. You cannot believe I am guilty of these crimes. Something is wrong with the universe. Be vigilant, Fury. Forces conspire against us. Heed my words!
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. As metal as all get out. The highest stakes you've ever heard of. Yeah, this sounds like a Darksiders game. Man, I really fucked up that building. And that was just how you make an entrance. They always were good at that. What's up? Oh, right. Soul Lurchers. Fallen enemies will release Soul Lurchers upon death. Blue Lurchers act as currency, green Lurchers replenish your Nephilim's respite, and yellow Lurchers fill your Wrath bar. Sub. Right? Not bad, if I do say so myself. I wanted to point this out because I noticed this during testing. These guys managed to get an edition of the newspaper printed and delivered to these things after the end of the world began, and that's really showing dedication to print media. So, in terms of the timeline, Darksiders 1 opens with a tutorial level that takes place on the day of the apocalypse. Then that level ends with a scripted scene where War gets captured, or defeated at least. And then the main part of the game, the rest of the game after that, is War being returned to Earth to prove his innocence, only to discover that 100 years have passed since last he was there. So, this game takes place shortly after the apocalypse, but nowhere near the events of the main Darksiders 1 game. Oh, that's good to know. Use the right stick to change. The fuck is that, a knoll? Oh. My mistake, it turns out it's nothing. Can't seem to just pick up cars and whip them around the way War could. That makes sense. The Horsemen are not all the same. Can I dodge in midair? That's a no. I wonder. Well-made bus. Man! Yeah, this city has had it. Just like every other part of Earth.
Fury, close to one of the seven. I just know. I hope it's not envy.
That reminds me, I've written down the 7 deadly sins for convenient reference. In no particular order, they are gluttony, wrath, lust, envy, greed, sloth, and pride. Oh. This bus over here, this is as far as I walked. Ran around over there and redid this area a bunch of times. Oh. Oh, that's what that slowdown is. What? Nephilim's Respite. Press up to replenish health, and Nephilim's Respite is your active consumable. It will refill itself by absorbing green soul lurchers from fallen enemies. Press down to quick select the Nephilim's Respite if it is not your active consumable. But I'll remember that arcane counters, or the, I guess that's what you call parries. Nice. Worth mentioning right off the bat, somewhat controversially, the thing about default combat and classic combat is that Darksiders 1 and 2 handled the fighting more or less like something like Devil May Cry or God of War. But this game, apparently, leans closer to Dark Souls. So you can't just rush in and, you know, be a crazy berserker, as much as the name Fury might suggest that, because that's how you get yourself killed. Arcane counter, ladies and gentlemen. And everybody else. I was hoping it would show me how, well, it said those things recharge the thing, right? I was hoping it would show me how much it had. Oh! Okay, that guy's got a ranged attack. Fuck. Alright, let's just get closer then. Unimpressive in the end. I did notice some stuff over here. Nephilim's Respite. Crafted by Death. He gave this flask, it looks like a crystal to me, to his sister as a gift long ago. Replenishes itself by absorbing life energy from fallen enemies. Though not as skilled as the makers themselves, Death was an accomplished crafter in his own right. With most of the Nephilim focused on weapons of war, he endeavored to create something that gave life. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my own tongue because I'm excited to be playing this game. When he had finished, he offered the flask to Fury, whose penchant for seeking danger was well known. Jamarith, or Jamara. Jamara, I guess. Oops, I did want to check these other things. No, that's just... Right, fair enough. What other here? Ooh, Barbs of Scorn. Oh, I love that name. Scorn, the hilt that Fury carries with her at all times. Forged long ago by the Mad Smith, Scorn adapts to Fury's will with each of her forms. The preferred form of Scorn is a bladed whip that Fury wields with quick, devastating precision. Bunch of combos. Okay. More like that judge, jury, and executioner. I did note that bitching things happen if you just hold X. Oh yes, I think I'm going to enjoy working with Fury. Hello. Oh. Nothing over here. Oh, here we go. Small healing shard. The faintest sense of relief washes over like a wave, keeping the injured on their feet. Replenishes a small amount of health. As was his nature, the Archangel Raphael worked diligently to find new means of performing healing miracles. In these shards, he wove a strand of the life force that powered creation, so that any who possessed it might be healed. However, a strand wasn't nearly enough for Heaven's needs during the war. Jamara. Ingredients. Crystals and armor. Base armor. Forged long ago in the early days of the Nephilim Crusades, sturdy, practical, and effective, armor befitting one of the four. Hello there. Huh. So we do have a double jump. Funny how every taxi is number 347. Must be a culture thing in this city. I'll bite. How is there a dead demon here when demons burn up when they die? What? Oh, yeah, that. No, thank you. Oh! Bitchin'. Nice. I gotta say, the city does look to be in better shape than than Earth was when war came back.
Haven. A haven for what? Vermin?
Humans, mistress.
Adorable. Build a house of sticks during the end of the world. Where exactly do we go from here, Richard?
I know not but what the Council commands, mistress. The quest for the Seven begins here.
Envy.
Mine! Humans, Haven, everything here! Mine! Move on, horsemen, or ye be mine too!
I'm on a mission.
Protecting humans? Humans think creation favors them. They are apes, crawling through dirt.
Quite the grudge you're carrying.
What they have, I will take. When they have nothing left, they will be my playthings until they break. You cannot stop me!
Oh, I don't want to. Humanity is tragically overrated. I am not here for them. I'm all yours.
Oh, Jesus. Envy, resentment made flesh. We are not wasting any time here. No.
Your demise is exactly what I desire.
Now, I was just going to say, I was kind of hoping there would be more to this game than just hunting down and fighting the, 7 deadly sins, because if it's just, track down 7 boss fights, that doesn't sound quite as epic as I'm used to from these games. There's the timer, so I guess I'll just do this fight and then call it an episode. Oh, jeez. There's left bumper and right bumper to perform a wrath attack. Wrath attacks require a full bar of wrath to execute. That wasn't it?
You're not good enough to face me.
Oh! What? No. Is that because I was targeting? No, it's because there's more places to go for some reason. Ow. Damn.
Your demise is exactly what I desire.
Ah! Sorry. Man. Why'd you have to show up in the first episode? No. Piss drink. Oh, Lord. There's a lot of stuff to keep in my mind. Oh, I'm back here. Oh, and in true fashion, it looks like those guys have respawned. Well then, I guess I'll just call it. I'm BurningDogFace, and I will see you next time on Let's Play Darksiders 3, when we go back over there and get our rightful revenge against that nasty Envy. Oh, and it looks like they're also keeping the Dark Souls mechanic of retrieving the souls I've gathered. So that'll be something to keep an eye out for. I think the premiere episode has gone pretty well, that boss fight aside, so, yeah. Later.